What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with the Slam, and we got some news for you today. You guys want to come over to the channel every day because we're going to have hashtag the Slam on this channel daily. So if you guys want your wrestling news, opinions, rumors, all the speculation, come on over to this channel, hit the subscribe button, and you will know when we get another video of the Slam up. So today we're going to be talking about something that's very, very awesome. And if you want to follow along on Twitter, use hashtag the Slam and let us know any news, opinions, and rumors that you got over there on Twitter. So today we're talking about Ronda Rousey again coming into the WWE. And was this such a good move for her? Because when people come from the outside into the WWE, the question is always asked, is this the right move for them? We saw it with Sting. That was one where people were wondering, should he come over? He always had his regrets about coming over to WWE. Are they going to use him properly? Are they not? And I don't think that they did use Sting properly. What they had was a match with Triple H that he ended up losing. And then he did stuff with Seth Rollins. And then that pretty much ended his career. And then that was pretty much it for Sting in WWE. So I don't really think they gave him justice in the WWE. But there have been cases where guys have come over, have made it work, and have become super successful. As we saw in the most recent run with Bill Goldberg. And we saw with AJ Styles coming over. He's been used tremendously. A lot of people didn't think he would succeed being in the WWE, but he has. And it's all credit to him and how awesome he is, and whether the athlete can survive or not, and if WWE wants to push him correctly. Those are all the factors that we need to know. But Eric Bischoff actually did an interview with WrestlingInc.com, and he says that maybe Ronda Rousey coming over to WWE might not be the best idea. He said this: when Ronda Rousey lost in the UFC, she was bitter. She didn't handle those losses with the kind of grace that could have endeared her towards the audience. That's the thing. She was kind of upset. She didn't want to do any interviews. She didn't really take the losses very well. The thing with her is she's very competitive and she doesn't like losing, which obviously I get it. I get it. I understand. Nobody likes losing. And when you lose, it's kind of hard to be humble and say, yeah, I lost and that was it. So she kind of shunned away from media, kind of just did her own thing and didn't talk to anybody. That's kind of Ronda Rousey's thing. She went out there and fought. When she didn't win, she kind of lost. So he goes on to say that she could have been a bigger and bigger babyface as a result of those losses than she would have been if she won them. Because if you handle it very gracefully and very well, losing can always be a good thing. You can always have that rocky underdog type story that people want to see you come back. But if you're kind of bitter and angry and stuff like that, people don't want to see that. So Eric Bischoff goes on and wonders, what is WWE going to do with Ronda Rousey? He says, what is the WWE going to do? Bring her in and have her wipe out half of the entire women's division and have her be the baddest woman on the planet? That won't work. Are they going to put her over as a babyface? Bad luck with that. There's some real creative challenges there. They're going to have to be careful, is what he says. Because right now, if you bring her in, you have her wipe out all of the women, then that makes the WWE roster with the women not very strong. It doesn't give that women's evolution power there. If you have an outsider come in and beat everybody, that's not a good look for WWE. And then if you want to put her as the biggest babyface, you know, again, she didn't handle the media very well. I don't know how that's going to work. He does go on and say she will have to adapt to the WWE environment, and will she be able to do that? That is the biggest question, because coming from MMA and UFC, there's a lot different dynamic there. With WWE, it's more a scripted environment where you have to handle the way the crowd plays and work with the mics and the cameras and all that. With UFC, sure, you cut a promo after the match and you did some hype stuff leading up to your fight, but it wasn't really about the fans and getting them engaged with it. It was more about just going out there and winning your fights. That's what UFC is all about. Going out there being, I mean, you could see it with like Conor McGregor. He was a great entertainer. He would be perfect in WWE just because he's an awesome trash talker, and then he gets in there and backs it up in the ring, and that's kind of the octagon, the ring, whatever you want to call it. He gets in there and does his thing. So that's kind of how he works it. But most of the UFC people, it's like, okay, you're a good fighter, you learn how to fight, and then you go out there and like the promos and the theatrics are secondary to that. With Ronda Rousey, that's a big question, because after the Royal Rumble, she did some candid interviews, and they weren't really candid because they were for WWE. They interviewed her and asked her about how she felt after the Rumble, and she like got choked up. She's like, the audience, I can't believe the reaction. It's like one of the biggest moments of my. It's like, come on, slow down, calm down. compose yourself. That's the biggest issue I see with Ronda Rousey right now, is that she's not very composed when it comes to WWE, is that she's awestruck, I say to say. At WrestleMania, she did a good job when she came out and did that stuff, that segment with The Rock, and she got in the ring, and that was that. And she looked very good. She wasn't gushing. That was the thing I saw with her after the Royal Rumble. She was gushing. And I'm not going to say that you can't embrace the moments and you can't be happy for the things that are going on in your life. You really can, but it's like you have to do that behind the cameras when the interviews aren't going on. You have to be very confident. You have to be cocky, but also just very, very humble, and you got to have that swagger, but you also have to have that you can't go out there and say like, this is the best moment of my life. I'm so excited. I can't believe it. I'm finally in WWE. Yeah. You got to go out there. You got to be like, okay, I'm here. I pointed at that WrestleMania sign for a reason, because I want to be at WrestleMania. We saw all these women perform awesome in that Royal Rumble match. You have such an amazing talent pool. You have SmackDown Live. You have Monday Night Raw. And now Asuka's going to WrestleMania? Maybe she won't. We'll have to find out. Wait and see what happens, because you know what? Ronda Rousey is here, and she's here to stay. So we'll have to see who's really going to the main event of WrestleMania. That's how you put it over. That's how you put Ronda Rousey over. You don't go out and go, whoa. Did you hear that crowd? It was so great. It was awesome. If you're trying to build up Ronda Rousey as a badass girl who can go out there and hang with the WWE women, you gotta make her tough and strong. That's my 2 cents. So anyway, we know that. We know Eric Bischoff's concern. We know my concerns. But I do think she does have a chance. I don't think that she will have a problem adapting to the WWE environment if she can hold it down, stop gushing, stop saying how awesome it is she's in the WWE, because I get it. You're awestruck. You're in the WWE. There's a million people watching. There's people, thousands in attendance. You hear it. The millions watching at home and the thousands in attendance. We get it. It's a big deal. But you have to focus. You have to get that focus. It's like a fight, right? With UFC, she has some sort of focus when she gets in that octagon. You got to do the same when you get into WWE. You got to focus. You got to not gush. You got to stay in character all the time. That's it. That's all I'll say. So going on after that, we have rumors coming up on the future of Ronda Rousey, and it is not looking good. I don't think so. If this is true, I'm not 100% true about this, but we're going to find out. So WWE reportedly is using Ronda Rousey to make Stephanie McMahon a bigger star outside of professional wrestling. That's right. It looks like WWE may be using Ronda Rousey to help make Stephanie McMahon a bigger star, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Now, Dave Meltzer is sometimes spot on, sometimes not, but I'm going to take his word on this. You know, it might be hearsay, it might be leaked rumors to try and build this feud between Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon. You know, you get it. You understand they could be pulling our leg. They've done it before in the past with fake rumors that actually aren't even ever true, but let's move on. So, it was noted that one of the more significant reasons WWE hired Ronda Rousey was to help boost Stephanie's mainstream status, and that the questions surrounding her financial value to the company are secondary. If this is true, this is ridiculous. Let's go. Boosting Stephanie's image is why they want such a super high-profile match at WrestleMania for Rousey, rumored to be Stephanie and Triple H versus Rousey and a male star unknown at this time, rumored to be The Rock based off of what happened, maybe Kurt Angle. It's noted that Stephanie is a big name in wrestling. She's not a mainstream star. One of the keys in bringing Rousey in goes back to what made Vince McMahon a star, the program with Hall of Famer Steve Austin, and what made Steve Austin a big mainstream star was that feud with Mike Tyson. So WWE, what it's looking like, if Dave Meltzer is saying this, is that they want to bring in Ronda Rousey to do like a Mike Tyson type rub to her, because it worked for Stone Cold Steve Austin. There was a lot of eyes on WrestleMania with Mike Tyson involved. He was the baddest man on the planet. One of the best moments in all of Monday Night Raw history. You saw it on Raw 25. They talked about it. But now they're bringing in Ronda Rousey to give Stephanie McMahon that same rub so she can be a bigger star on the mainstream, and the financial growth from that isn't a big deal. I mean, there have been a lot of people that have got up in arms about Stephanie McMahon and up in arms about Stephanie McMahon because she put herself forefront in that Women's Rumble match, and she even had to be on commentary. And then even after Asuka won the Rumble match, Ronda Rousey had to shake Stephanie McMahon's hand And Stephanie got another focus there. That's kind of the thing that I've seen online. I've seen the internet. I've seen the dirt sheets talk about it. And there's people just on Twitter. They're taking to the keyboard warriors. Stephanie's putting herself at the forefront of everything. Is that true? I don't know. It kind of seems like that sometimes, but not always. I don't know. I do think that Ronda Rousey coming in, if they don't see financial success and money with Ronda Rousey, and they don't use that as their main focus, and they really are trying to put Stephanie McMahon over, that is not a great move for them. I think that this could be another instance of one of those fake leaked rumors. I don't know that that is true or not, that this is one of those rumors of leaked and it can be true, but it's not true, but maybe it's true, but we don't really know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, this instance happened with Enzo Amore back in the day where he was kicked off the bus and we didn't really know. He wasn't in the same locker room as other people. We didn't know what was really going on, and then he ended up getting fired because of some sexual harassment stuff going on. And then do we know, wait, was it really true? Did he really behave badly? So we don't really know, but if WWE is going to use Ronda Rousey to get Stephanie over, they better get Ronda Rousey over in the meantime. I don't think that you're going to make Stephanie... again, I'm taking a pause here because I don't really know what the appeal of getting Stephanie in the mainstream is. I get it. She wants to be an advocate for women, and she wants to get her face out there. She wants to push the women's evolution and talk about how awesome it is and how they're doing great things for WWE and women and evolution and revolution, and women are just as good as men. I get all that. I understand that, but bringing in Ronda Rousey is a lot bigger than that. It's to build her up as a big legit star, to bring some more outside eyes into WWE. I know, yes, I know that they're trying to build up Stephanie as this woman empowerment. I get it. I like it. I'm down with that. But do not do Ronda Rousey wrong by bringing her in only to help get Stephanie over and not see the financial value. That just sounds stupid to me. That sounds like somebody is trying to just start something. I don't know if that's true. Again, it really seems a little off to me that this is what they're doing. And if they are doing it that way, then it's very bad to me. I could not imagine Stephanie McMahon having that big of an ego that she wants to say, let's bring in Ronda Rousey so I can get myself over. It sounds like a Triple H thing, right? Back in the day, Triple H, you would think that Triple H had the biggest ego and he would just bury all the talent. At WrestleMania, he buried Booker T by pedigreeing him and then crawling over 10 seconds later, putting one arm over, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Booker T's buried. No, Booker T survived. He went on to do great things. Triple H, yeah, he has that reputation for burying people, but now look at him. He's doing great things. He's one of the main reasons why WWE's flourishing. And again, I don't know what's going on backstage behind the scenes if this is true, but hopefully that's not the case, that they're bringing in Ronda Rousey to help put Stephanie over. I get if they wanted to bring the Stephanie McMahon character to another level. If they want to bring that character up to another level, I get that. That's an idea, right? Bring the Stephanie McMahon character up to another level. But as far as bringing Stephanie McMahon herself behind the scenes, like to get to another level in her career, like her creative backstage, and then be a mainstream, like she wants to be out there like Vince McMahon is known. So she wants to be out there like the face of the like get herself bigger than just being WWE and be out there more mainstream like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like they said in the article. But we'll have to wait and see what they say. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you think that WWE would actually try and put Stephanie McMahon over Ronda Rousey to try and get Stephanie McMahon over? Make her more of a mainstream media personality? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that. Again, like I said, hashtag the slam on Twitter. Let me know if you got any news, rumors, or anything that could be helpful to this show. As always, we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see you in another video.